Hello and welcome, rookie card collecting friends. Victor, the rookie card specialist here. Super excited just to be involved in this hobby today is just absolutely amazing. Between everybody's opinion, between different narratives, between the national right around the corner and fanatics making more acquisitions. It's just, man, what an exciting time to be involved in the hobby today. I know I went ahead and recently purchased my ticket to go to the National. I got the VIP package for $169 and went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. I was just hearing a lot of, man, this National, it's they expanded it. It is getting so big. They're selling so many tickets. This can possibly be the biggest one ever. And so that narrative started making its rounds. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute here. I'm going to go ahead and just get my ticket. Continuing to make preparations for the National. Again, like I mentioned in my last episode, I started an itinerary already, filling in kind of like what I want to, like events that I don't want to miss, that sort of thing. Kind of making a strategy for my purchasing. If I'm going to want certain things, I want to get to certain dealers sooner rather than later type of thing. And so, yeah, just kind of making a game plan. And that to me is part of the fun, making all the arrangements, the plans, the strategies, making plans for events. It's all part of the fun of going to the National. And if you've never been, I highly recommend you going. You will not regret it. It's going to be the time of your life. Also wanted to share with everybody my most recent pickup. It's something that I got back from PSA. I've purchased a couple of collections like 5 or 6 years ago now, and they've been basically sitting here, just finding the time to go through everything. It's been challenging, but I started thumbing through some boxes here lately, and I came across a 1987 O-Pee-Chee Barry Bonds. Now, this 87 Barry Bonds, along with his 86 copies, are very debatable, right? Because some believe that the 86s are the rookie cards. Other people believe the 87s are. No matter what side of the fence you're on, I'm to the point where I consider both of them. I just add both of them to my PC. And in my website or my the things that I'm working on, as far as identifying which one is which, I consider both years RC. I just want to kill this XRC identifier. To me, that was designed to be originally as an extended rookie card, like a card that came from an extended set the previous year. And it's turned into like a pre-rookie card identifier. And it just, that drives me nuts. I wish the hobby would just kill that terminology XRC altogether. But when I look at the 86 and the 87 Barry Bonds rookie cards, I basically put an asterisk next to both years, asterisk RC. And to me, that helps the justification in my mind anyways, that both years are debatable. It depends on which side of the fence you're on. And I respect both opinion. Both sides of the fence make solid arguments. But anyways, going back to this 87 O-Pee-Chee that I found in a collection that I purchased years ago. It's been sitting down here in a box all these years now. But I came through and I looked at it, and I couldn't believe the condition that it was in. It was like, wow, this thing is really, really clean. And so, the centering on both front and back were dead on. The corners were pretty sharp, no stains. I says, man, this thing is really solid. This thing really has a chance. And so I decided to send it into PSA. Why? Not for resale value, but because I'm a PSA set registry collector, and this would fit perfectly into my PC. And I thought it had a chance. I didn't think it had a chance at a 10 because I know that, cards like this, a PSA 10 nowadays, I don't think it's going to happen. just with their, whether you want to look at it as they're more strict now, they have a different way of looking at things now, or it's market manipulation. They're not going to allow you to get a 10 on this card unless you're a big somebody. All of those, all that's irrelevant. I knew it wasn't going to get a 10. You know, there was enough wrong with it that I saw that for me, I says, it can possibly come back a 9. And that was what I was hoping for going in. The 10s are going for close to $14,000. The 9s are only going for $550. And that's kind of odd to me I mean, just the slightest differences between a 9 and a 10, right? But yet such a drastic difference in price. So to me, PSA 9 has room to grow in the future. And when I sent this one in, it came back an 8. And again, I knew it wasn't going to get it to 10. I think it had a chance at a 9. But realistically, in my knower, in my head, I kind of figured it was going to be an 8. And indeed, it came back an 8. But I'm going to tell you, it is a stunning 8. This is one beautiful card. Proud to own it. Proud to add it to the PC. Not doing a lot of purchasing, you guys, to be honest with you. I went to a small local card show here recently. It was in Michigan City, Indiana, and never been there before. I came across it on a Sports Collectors Digest magazine that I was reading, and on the backside they had card show listings, and I noticed that they had one in Michigan City. Just so happened to be on the same weekend. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna swing by there, check it out. It was a small 50 table show, nothing major. It was it was also like a toy and trading card game show. So you had Pokemon there, you had figures, a lot of different types of vendors, but they did, I would say, 30 tables there that was all sports card related. Nothing really fantastic. I didn't go with it. I maybe went with a couple $100. That was it. That's all I allotted for my budget. And it just picked up a few things. Bargain box hunting. That's always fun. Something I really enjoy doing. And it's more for resale purposes on my eBay store. There are some things that I pick up and I throw it in my card boxes and to save for another time. But that's really been it as far as pickups are concerned. Moving on, I did want to just add a notation to the trimmed card issue that is actually old news, right? It happened 2 weeks ago, but it's actually old news now. But I did make a video on that specific topic. You can check it out at the end of this one. I'll leave a link to that on the trim card issue. I wanted to bring to everybody's attention something that I've been listening to a lot of videos on this topic and a lot of podcasts on this topic. I'm intrigued by this topic. I really am. But there's this one thing that everybody is missing here, and everybody's getting caught up with the whole moral or ethical issue, which is a valid one, right? But here's what I think everybody is missing, and here's what is missing, and I really seen it in the video in the podcast that he did with Sports Card Nonsense, and it was that Evan Mathis is going to be releasing more videos on the subject, and he plans on making like a curriculum through his website. He's going to create a website, if he hasn't already. There's going to be a curriculum that you can pay into that's going to teach you how to do this thing. That to me is more concerning than anything else, because, okay, it might have been something that we did in the past, but now he's going to become a trainer, a teacher for collectors going forward. That is a scary thought. That to me supersedes any of the current day issues that we have with trimming cards. Now, how do we stop that? Friends, our great nation here in Memorial Day weekend, to be honest with you, I don't think we can. There's nothing written legally that can stop this man from teaching other people how to do this. That, my friends, adds to the complexity of the issue. That, to me, is the bigger issue, rather than what's already been done, the damage that's already been done. So that is to be continued on this topic, right? This by no means is over. This is going to be a continuing topic, issue. And I don't want to expose things more than what they already are, but there is content out there, channels that specifically teach you how to do this type of thing. And let me tell you, they have a lot of subscribers and they have a ton of views on their videos. And that just tells me that there is a lot of interest by collectors or investors, whatever you want to label them as, but there is a lot of people. When you release a video and it gets, 6,000 views in the first 24 hours, that's concerning, guys. That is showing me that there's a lot of people that want to get into this type of thing. There's a lot of people that see this as beneficial. There's a lot of people that may want to start practicing and doing this type of thing. So, wow, stay tuned because, my takeaway on when I made the video the first time was, is it possible, or is it going to come to a point where long term we're just going to have to accept this thing? We're going to have to come to terms with it, because I can almost guarantee you, if you are a vintage collector in some way, shape, or form, whether graded or raw, more than likely, chances are you have trimmed cards in your collection.